Hey y'all, this is Jess.
And I'm Ce.
And welcome to our channel,
Aggieland Mukbang.
First and foremost, it's Super Bowl Sunday, so thank you guys for, taking the time to watch with us. We just watched the halftime show. Not really watching the game. We just eating snacks.
What do you think about the halftime?
Well, so I like Travis Scott. I like Big Boy.
Okay.
Maroon 5 wasn't horrible. They did have a couple of their old hits that I did find myself singing. Like, I really wanted to hate it, but
they did kind of alright. He came with it. But we'll talk about that. We'll get to that.
We'll get more into that later. So just real quick to give you guys a quick intro. My name is Jessica. I'm 36, and I have a 15-year-old daughter. And see.
I'm Nasira. See.
Y'all can't call her that, by the way. When you see her, you got a Nasira. You got to earn that C part. So,
yes. Really.
Anyway,
what she said, because I ignore you. Okay, so I'm 36. I think I just had a birthday. Yeah. I'm 36. Yes, I have two girls, 16 and 9. A high school and an elementary. And I live in the Brazos Valley, College Station, Texas. Aggieland. So as she said, we're trying to get this channel started to kind of get more input on what's going on around us in the Brazos Valley. And one of our main things that we're going to discuss is food. Oh, yeah. And we're going to have some good stuff too. Like, the latest on what?
We like celebrity gossip, what's going on here in our town. You guys probably don't know much about Bryan College Station, but it's not predominantly black. Let's just say that. So we don't really have outlets where we can really get together and have true and honest conversations about things that's going on. So we thought this channel would be a great platform for us to not only have those type of conversations, but to get in a little celebrity gossip and eat. Because both of us, we've been friends for years, and what draws us together is a good conversation and some good food.
Yep.
So we hope to kind of bring you guys into the living room and enjoy those conversations and good eats with us. So with that said, what do you want to start with first?
Let's start with...
You want to do Super Bowl, the halftime shows?
Yeah, we're going to do the halftime since we already talked about that. Yeah, let's get into it.
So Maroon 5, they're kind of cool. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting for a halftime show. I don't want to say it like this, but the only words I can find is it was pretty basic. The little M that they had was cute, but the
Travis came through.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that he came with it, and I think that he outdid Maroon 5.
Yeah, he showed them out. It's like how you let somebody be on your remix and they verses better than you on your own song. That's basically what happened. They had SpongeBob, Squidward, Fire, and Travis Scott. How could Maroon 5 just kind of was the opening act, if you will, and Travis Scott came and shut it down. Big Boy was out there with a whole fur coat on.
He came with
a
the whole
coat. Come on now. Maroon 5, no disrespect, but y'all probably should have led with Travis Scott and then the other people, because it kind of made us forget that Maroon 5 was even out there. They were kind of co-signing and, I don't know. It
was Travis and them.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It was Travis and them.
That was good. A good way to put it. I mean, the way it was advertised, Maroon 5 was the headliner, to get a certain demographic to watch. But as we were watching, the star of the show was Travis Scott. So I guess we'll end on that. We do want to say a quick little thing about Auntie Gladys. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Auntie Gladys did the national anthem at the beginning, and Auntie Gladys said she was going to put every hairstyle she had ever had on at one time. Sis had the little tiara on this side, the spike, the 27-piece on this side. She was like, I can't figure out what I want to do with my hair. Let's just do it all. So I love Gladys. No disrespect, but Auntie just picked one hairstyle. Just one.
She could have did a freeze.
And
finger wave.
She's from that era. That would have been fine, but you don't have to have all of them.
She could have kept them on. I gave her a freeze.
Yeah, that was a pass. That was a huge pass.
She could have did better than that.
Yeah,
she could have came with it. It's bad enough she was out there singing it, but if she gonna be out there.
Be out there. maybe it was a tribute to Atlanta. You know, they do have some kind of like hood style sometimes. So maybe she was like, what's hot in Decatur? Or, I don't know. I don't know. No disrespect to anybody from Atlanta, but...
we don't know no better.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm looking down at my phone. We are, again, like I said before, we are very new to this. So we're just looking to see if we're hitting all the points we said we would talk about.
Oh, I do want to add this though.
Okay.
We will be having like discussions on healthy eating, weight loss, and stuff like that. We also will be talking about a wife, relationship, even dealing with a single parent and your child. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I also want to,
be able to have those conversations. Again, we are two mothers of daughters, and so if any of you guys have daughters in particular, you know the struggle that mothers and daughters go through. And sometimes you feel isolated and like you the only one, or am I overreacting or whatever. So we definitely want to be able to share those things with you so that, we can all, as a village, not to be cliche, but we can all support each other in our efforts to live our best lives and have some fun in the meantime.
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard. I mean, having to go to work, okay, and raise your child by yourself, and then Lord knows that they're in the sports.
Right.
You out of there. And you by yourself too. I mean, you do have family members that'll help you out. Right. But I don't personally I'll be like, man, I don't want to bother nobody. Right. And they be mad because I don't say nothing.
That is so true. That is so true. Like, my daughter's in 2 sports. I just graduated and I work full time. Sarah and I both are very active in our respective organizations. So it's a very difficult struggle to balance it all. And I think sometimes people get caught up, like we had this phrase that I don't look like what I've been through. Like, we work very, very hard to, make ourselves presentable, our kids presentable, and make it look easy, but it ain't easy. It's definitely not easy. And we've had a conversation before about people saying, well, if you need help, ask me. Well, if you waiting on me to ask you, you're going to be waiting for a long time, because that's just not my style to ask anybody for help. Even amongst us, like, it's more of she'll say something and I'll pick up on it, and if I can help, I'll reach out, and vice versa. But it's even with us, as long as we've been friends, since freshman year in high school, and we already said we 36, so you do the math, carry the one. We've been friends for a long time. So even in our relationship, it's still a little difficult to humble ourselves and be like, yo, man, I can't do it. Hey, give me help. And nobody wants to be that guy. But it is good to have people around you that can hear your requests without you having to actually say it. And that's how you know who your real friends are.
Yeah, we read between the lines, like.
It's might not say it explicitly, but my girl know me and I know her. And so when we are lacking, we're able to pick up the slack for each other. And that's very helpful. So hopefully you guys have people like that in your lives that, got your back, like us. We ain't bragging, but, I got a good best friend.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
And she's mine only, just,
let's see. So, what do you guys want to talk about?
What about the guy from Empire? That was so sad.
Jesse.
That was really sad. Was really sad. I did say a prayer at my 8 o'clock prayer time. I did say a prayer for Jesse. I feel like, that could be our brother, our brother, son, anybody, relative, anybody, and it just, us watching him on TV, that's our family.
Yeah,
that's fam, really
connection with them. It's like we don't know them personally, but we relate to them. And I know for me personally, I have a lot of people that are close to me, that I love, and that I care about, that are homosexuals or live alternative lifestyles. And so I would never want anyone in my family to be put in a situation like that. We're hearing about what happened to Jesse because he's famous. But these things, unfortunately, happen to people
every day, probably.
All the time.
And
it doesn't even make the news. So I think that's the most unfortunate part, is that there's so many people who have suffered like him or worse, and we don't even know. It doesn't make a blimp on the radar. So if you know anybody, that has a lifestyle, something like that, that maybe LGBTQ or anything, you know, HIV positive or anything. Not saying that Jessie is, but check on your friends, check on your family, and make sure that, you know, you may not be the one that's making homophobic statements, but when you see somebody else do it, you know, kind of stop them in their tracks.
Yes, we need to stop it now.
Yeah.
We need to stop it.
No hate.
Yeah, no hate.
No hate.
Love, love. Heart.
We are so lame. We are very lame. But let's see what else. Oh, the one I wanted to talk about. And this is like pretty controversial, but Nick Cannon made a statement recently that he felt like black men, think that dating a white woman is a trophy or a prize. So I wanted to know, what do you think about that?
You know what? What he said, I'm with him. I'm with him because I feel like for so long that was like no for interracial relationship. So now it's just like, you know, I got her. You know what I'm saying? I got this, you know, Caucasian, you know what I'm saying? And so they done went from playing with their ponytails in school to now I got her in my bed. That's just what they thought that was.
Yeah, you know, I'm all for interracial relationships. What I don't appreciate is the fact that some people feel like if they like white women or white men, they have to degrade or disrespect black women or black men. So you can like who you like, just don't disrespect the other
Don't bring us down, because your mama
is a black woman.
All the way.
Let's be clear.
Power to the picture.
It is Black History Month, so, you know, your mama is black. In case you didn't know, your mama's black.
And everybody got a mud deal.
Okay. And she could cook. Now.
Okay.
Anywho, yeah, I pretty much agree with that. Like, they do see it as a prize. Not that they are a prize, but it is something that's been kind of dangled over their head. And, you know, with the kids, you tell them, don't put your hand in the cookie jar. Don't put your hand in the cookie jar. Don't put your hand in the cookie jar. What they gonna do? As soon as you turn your head, they in that cookie jar eating all the cookies. So it's the same thing. That was what was in the cookie jar. That was what was, you know, put up on a pedestal. Like, don't touch it. Don't touch it. And so, you know, that was the first thing they wanted to do is go touch it. And now that they can, they be touching, child. Oh, Lord, they be touching. Let's see. What else? Oh, I know. Another controversial thing that came up this week was B. Smith, who's the Black Martha Stewart, as they say.
Can she cook?
Girl, they say she can. I don't know if she cook.
Like, can she throw down, like, do her arm swing?
No, she ain't got that I can cook arm. Nah, she ain't got that. She like Martha Stewart. Like, she put raisins in her potato salad.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. Now, you put raisins in chicken salad, I'm for it. Now, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Grapes, raisins, apples, you know, in your chicken salad, but not in the potato salad. But B. Smith, she's the Black Martha Stewart, like I said, and she's been suffering from dementia, I think, maybe Alzheimer's, but either way, her memory and her cognitive function is, you know, limited, and has been for about 6 years. So this video surfaced, and it was a picture of B. Smith, this white woman, and her B. Smith's husband in the back. And so the caption was basically like, the husband has moved in the white lady, which is his girlfriend.
Maybe she's a nurse.
No. She's not a nurse. She's not an RN, not an LVN, not an APN.
She could be the maid.
No.
No,
she didn't have that look. She definitely did not have that look. But yeah, he moved his girlfriend in the house that he shares with his wife. And so there's been, he got some nerve. And for the record, B. Smith doesn't have any kids. So, you know, if that was my mama, your mama, we would have did a pop-up, you know, like, who is this B? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But no, she doesn't have any kids that can, like, stand up and be like, nah, fam, it's not going on. He has a daughter, which is B. Smith's stepdaughter, and she's also a caregiver for B. Smith as well. So she's fully aware of it. But the question is, you know, if, like, they have their relationship, they have whatever they decided, you know, to do with their relationship, but if you were to get to a place, you're married, so if you were to get to a place where you couldn't, like, be in your total self, 100% see, what would you allow
Let me explain something to you. Listen when I tell you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You've been my best friend for how long?
Long enough.
Okay, so
yeah.
we don't have to white chocolate take that. Okay. Okay, so that's a no. Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah,
that's a no.
Yeah, I think, you know, when I said this lady was the Black Martha Stewart, I think she's been around them too long. And if she agreed to this, it was kind of like, well, I can't love him. I can't, you know, give him what he needs in a wife and compassion and relationship. Maybe this lady can.
Baby, let him go.
And that's my thing.
That's my thing. Feel like she needs somebody that she can there, and they probably been married for I don't know how long, forever. But baby, let him go. Okay, let him go. My husband already know, and my best friend right here. It's not gonna go down. They're like, nah. And my kids.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if you gotta do it, if I'm not able to fulfill that in you, you could go elsewhere. Like I get it. I get that happens to people who are able-bodied, who ain't nothing wrong with them. They get to a place where the woman or the man is not able to satisfy or meet the needs of the partner.
Yeah.
But that's what we have: annulments, divorces, you know, legal separation. If there's some type of financial,
say goodbye.
You know, if there's financial
goodbye.
Reasons, you know, hey. But, you know, with her having dementia, like, he could be her power of attorney. That's you know, true. It's a lot of intricate things to do.
That could be going on.
That could be going on. So,
that's true.
I'm not sure what it is, but I just know for me and my house, you know, that do not pass go. Like, nah, I'm not here for that. But be blessed, Auntie B and hubby and gal,
we wish you well.
We wish you well.
And stepdaughter.
And whoever else.
Bonus daughter. Get that together, because you know that's a no.
It's not
get
cute.
That together.
Not cute. Let's see. I can't think of any. You have anything else?
Well, how do you feel? Okay, I got a good topic. How do you feel about the division that Aggieland has, for as in the College Station School, for as the purple school and the maroon school? Okay,
so let me give y'all some background. So College Station is a big small town, or maybe a small big town. Geographically, we're not that large, but because we have a major research institution in the city, it brings a lot of people to the area. So students, professors, you know, people that just work with this university. So there's a huge amount of people moving and coming into the area.
Yeah.
So when we were here, College Station only had one high school.
Just one.
That we both graduated from in 2001.
01.
I'm not an AKA. This is an 01. Don't get it twisted. 0 and a 1. No shade to the AKAs, but I am not a member of that organization. Anyway, so back then there was just one high school here. And that was A&M Consolidated High School. So when the city integrated, they brought the black high school and the white high school together, and it was A&M Consolidated. And so now that the city has grown so rapidly, we now have two high schools. So A&M Consolidated is a maroon school. The purple school, as we so affectionately call it, is College Station High School. And so recently, I would say the purple school is in a more affluent or well-to-do neighborhood in or side of town in College Station. And so initially there was really just rich people that went to that school, and everybody else went to college or A&M Consolidated. And so recently they did some redistricting, and people was not happy.
They were mad.
I mean, they was hot, very hot. So what happened is, and I think this is some of the issues that people were having, is the grandfathering part. So if you were in a certain grade, you were grandfathered into the old districting, and then any of the grades below that, they will follow the new districting guidelines. Okay. And so there were some people who had children who were in the grandfather part, so they could continue to go to the purple school or the maroon school. But their younger children, who may even be a year behind them, weren't grandfathered, and so they would go to the opposite school. And so it caused some issues with that. And people were very, very upset about, you know, making people go to Consolidated versus the purple school. I don't think many people who were going to the purple school were upset, but it was the ones whose kids had to go to the maroon school.
And here's my thing with that.
We all went to the maroon school.
We all went to the maroon school.
Mm-hmm.
What is the issue with going to your alumni? Like, you know, I feel like it's almost like, hey, our kids are better, you know, than your kids. And I feel like, man, we all came out the same sandbox. Yeah. So why are you? Yeah, it was good enough for you. When you were there, you were a good athlete, or you were just a good student, or whatever. Yeah. But it's like now, it's like you go to this other school, and it's almost like you think you're better than. I don't think I'm better than nobody, and neither does my children. I wasn't raised like that. Right. So no school makes or break me.
Yeah, and that's the part I think what bothers me a little bit is that you have people, and we'll just get this out here. Seemingly, the Purple School has better quality athletes, and they do have a very dynamic athletic program. They put money into the program. They put money and resources into the kids that come through that program. And so this has led some people to believe, because their kids go there or play these sports at this school, that they're better than. But the fact of the matter is, if your children are talented, if your children are intelligent, if your children have been adequately prepared up until now, it's not going to matter what school they go to. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to be a beast no matter where they go.
Right, and so that's
no
the
matter
thing.
where. And I don't like it. I don't like it. So, you know, if anybody from either school get on here and you mad about what I'm saying, I'm the same me, and you know my location. Right. I'm going to add that, because I'm just not for it. This isn't to offend anyone. This is just our individual opinion, first and foremost. And we don't speak on behalf of any of the schools, any of the parent-teacher organizations, or anything like that. No. We're representing Jessica and Ce, you know, and to her point, we've been this way since we was in high school. We ain't never shied away from a difficult conversation. We ain't never shied away from any conflict or anything like that. Like, not saying that we're inviting any conflict in. We don't want peace. May peace be upon everyone.
We ain't trying to bring no drama, but
I just don't like that. I just feel like, you know, sometimes, you know, you can be out and you can see the kids and they don't really interact with each other. It's almost like, oh, we can't fool with y'all the Purple School, or we can't fool with y'all the Maroon School. Y'all came out the same sandbox. Your mom is the same bred, you know what I'm saying, was bred at the same school. Yeah. So we can all get along and we can be just one family. And I support everybody's kids. Yeah, I support everybody's kids.
Exactly. We want everybody to do well.
I will get on your Facebook page or Instagram
and
page
like everything.
And whoop whoop. Yep. There it is.
Your kids play a good game. We're going to be able to say your kids played a good game.
Okay, and if your child a beast, your child a beast. That's what it is.
We don't want to take anything away from that. And I think that's where it's gotten between
Save me a ticket if they go pro.
No, I don't want
remember my whoop whoop.
Yeah, no thank you. You can give her my ticket.
I'll take hers.
It's fine.
I just don't want y'all to think we be mad at your children, because you know people be jealous of your kids. Yeah. That's another thing. I think I posted that on one of the social media sites that I seen that, and that's true. That's true. I don't hate on nobody's kids. I want us all to make it.
Yep. Absolutely. And that's what I think it's gotten for the kids. Excuse me, I just put a chip in my mouth. The kids aren't having fun anymore. Like, they have to have this this swag about them. Like, they can't befriend anybody from the other school. Like, we can't all coexist. Back in the day, when it was just one school in College Station and pretty much one primary school in Bryan, we had this crosstown rivalry. But at the end of the day, we had friends at the other schools. So when it came to like the athletic competition, it was always Consolidated versus Bryan. But on Saturday, when we were going to parties and going out to the club, it didn't matter. Everybody was there having a good time. And I think our kids have been so polarized, and, you know, their parents are feeding them this BS that, you know, they can't interact with nobody from the opposite school, or they better than the people at the opposite school. Yeah, man, that's some BS. Because we came out of the Maroon School, and we all doing good for ourselves. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, we support all the kids.
Yep, go kids.
So y'all say, whoop whoop. What else do you have?
Let's see. We talked about Nick Cannon, B. Smith.
We got any new restaurants in town?
Oh, Okay, so we told y'all we live in a college town. And when we were coming up, girl wasn't out here, but Wiener Schnitzel, Luby's, and if y'all don't have Wiener Schnitzel, you can check it out. They got the corn dogs, hot dogs, and it still go down. But we had that, Luby's, the basic, you know, like fast food restaurants.
Churches, everybody got churches.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the churches, the old churches in Bryan used to hold it down. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But now because the university that's in town is with the SEC, it's brought so many restaurants to town, so many new hotel chains, so it's really, you know, popping. We have a new seafood restaurant in town.
Okay, which one is that?
It's like Juicy Crawfish.
Okay, I seen that.
Yeah,
I want to try that.
Yeah, I've heard some feedback from it, but you know, I still want to try it myself. We have a new.
I ate at the Mess, and that is
the waffle place.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah,
yes, it's good.
Yeah. I've seen that on Instagram.
It's really good. I did. I tested that out. That was good. Let's see. Well, you know, OMG.
Oh yeah.
That's still a good.
Yeah, that's pretty much the seafood place that you can go. You can get your fried, your boiled, your fish, your shrimp, your crabs, crawfish.
It puts you in that New Orleans or Louisiana kind of
location.
Okay.
It's cool. When they first opened, I waited in line for a whole hour.
Oh no.
Oh, a whole hour. I was really
what about that crab place?
Crab Kings.
I have not eaten there yet. I haven't
Crab Kings. Yeah, they have a food truck. In Houston, which is the closest big city to us. They actually have a full-size restaurant. Okay. So I've been to that one before, and it's not like the Cajun style. It's what they say is Florida style.
Oh, okay.
So they had like boiled eggs in there. Like that was new to me. Like, but you need to put the eggs in there for. It was good because I like boiled eggs. I didn't understand it, but it tastes really good. So hopefully we can do that. We can go by there and maybe do a video with the crabs and stuff from that video. Because you know y'all like them seafood boils, child. So you know we may have to do something like that on our upcoming videos.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Have we covered it all?
I believe.
Oh, any suggestions? Is there anything that's, you know, helpful to you, books, or we talked a little bit about motherhood and, you know, managing things. So is there anything you want to share that kind of helps you with your motherhood journey or just womanly journey that you're on?
Well, prayer is the most important thing that we do in this family. And that definitely keeps me going. It's my faith. So, you know, no matter like what I'm going through, it's times when I feel like I'm doing this, and I explain that to you a lot of times. I'm like, oh, Jess, I did this, and guess what? God said I'm going to show you something. Yeah. And I'm telling you, he'll pull up and he'll show you. But the main thing is to never give up. You know, never give up. Never lose your faith. You know, like even, you know, with the trials and tribulations that may come in your life as a mother, as a woman, as a wife, and just as a child of God, you know, it's a struggle every day. It's a struggle. No day is just perfect, but every day that you open your eyes is a blessing.
It's a blessing, that's for sure. And one thing I say about C, I pray like throughout the day. I definitely make it my business before my feet hit that floor. I'm praying. It's so funny because I get up like most people. I think I wake up and I go to the bathroom, and even when I'm out in the restroom, I'm still trying to pray like. Thank you. Like, but see, I would say she has prayer down on a schedule. Like, she prioritizes prayer in her daily life and has it on reminders. You know, of course, I think she knows in her heart, you know, this is an opportunity for me to pray. But even in those times when you're in that funk and you just, you know, you really going through it, she has it set on her phone. So it'll remind her to pray. And she gives her children the opportunity to lead those prayers as well. So not only is she making it a habit for her, she's making it a habit for them as well. And I mean, it could be times we in the car and the alarm go out. Like, it's time to pray. You know, like, I'm going to need you to keep your eyes on the road, you know.
Yeah, I got it.
But somebody in the car is going to offer a prayer up for everybody that's in the car. So I really respect that. And one thing
I think it's important for us to, for the kids to pray because I will say, and I admit, I used to be embarrassed to pray in front of people. You know, but then as I got older and the organization that I got into, it was just like, you know what? That's your prayer. You pick up that phone and you talking to God. You know what I'm saying? So talk to God how you need to talk to him, because he understands you. And I used to think that you had to pray a certain way like everyone else. And at the end of the day, you don't, because God want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I had to learn. That's what my kids just, you know, pray from the heart. Pray like I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? Pray and say it how you feel, and that gives them the courage. They don't care where they at. You know, they're gonna pray, and it's just like me. I pray the way I pray because I'm praying to my Father. Your Father
that you have a relationship with. Yeah, I think as I've gotten older, my relationship with God has kind of morphed. You know, I know we've learned that God is your Father, God is your Father, and I have a great relationship with my earthly father, and so I kind of differentiated how I spoke to God and how I spoke to my dad. But at the end of the day, God knows your heart, right? So you can be eloquent, you can use all these big words and flowerful language, but at the end of the day, if your heart isn't pure, your heart isn't genuine, God sees that. And so I thought like, oh man, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, I got the BGs 99% of the time, right? The bubble good. So, like, I be on the toilet, and I don't know if it's irreverent, if I'm not giving God enough respect, but I give my best prayers out on the pot. And so, I struggle with that, like, yo, is God, like, you can go ahead and finish that, and then you can pray. But God knows my heart. God, if he know my heart, he know my stomach. So I offer my prayers to him in my most humble way. You know what I'm saying?
Because he knows you.
Yeah, he know me. And I talk to God. It will be like I'm having a conversation with my bestie. Like, hey, God, listen. I know you busy. But I need you right now. Like, I don't have the words. I don't have anything extra to give you, but I need you like right now. Like, I know you're busy, but I know you have the ability to help me and help everybody else that you're helping. So I've gotten to a place where I talk to God so casually, like I almost feel like sometimes I'm in my car. God got a sense of humor. God be cracking jokes, you know, and if you really don't have that personal relationship with him, you kind of miss out on a sense of humor that God has. But you know, God is such a blessing, and being able to communicate with him is something I think that's very underutilized. Even when everything is wrong, you can still be like, thank you, Lord. Like, you doing whatever you doing for me. I think that I didn't get that promotion because of so-and-so. Or I think that I'm not able to go because of so-and-so. And in all actuality, God is always in control. And it could have been a wreck on the highway where you were supposed to be that didn't happen because you didn't go. You know what I'm saying? God could be protecting you and holding something and pruning you to make you better prepared for the next thing.
And then it wasn't for you.
It wasn't.
It wasn't for you. I've been in a situation where I was right there. And then it was almost like, you know, when I got there and I was in a situation, and it was almost everything negative they were saying about the situation. I was like, oh, this is for me, this is for me. But then turn around, God took it right away. Just like that. Just like that, he said, hold on, be still and be patient. So I'm still working on my patience because my Father told me to. Because I know that it's something better that's coming. And sure enough, I received something else that said, okay, I'm going to show you something else. Just like I took it away from him, I can give it back to you. So, you know, and God is real. Yes, I do. I do. I really do.
I will say it's hard, but in the midst of your storm, we got to get to a place where we're like, okay, Lord, it's raining, it's thundering, it's flooding. But on the other side of this is a rainbow. It's beautiful grass, it's beautiful flowers. So, okay, Lord, just help me sustain through this storm. I'm not saying to make you stop. Just let me know that you got me. You know?
And see, that's something, because we want GPS. We
Yeah.
We need a whole map with God. Like, God, show me. Let me see. Like, give me a sneak peek. God. Just show me a little something. He said, now be patient.
Yeah.
And be still.
And if he showed you everything he was doing, would we believe? I mean, you can go back to the Bible and there's examples of people who walked with Jesus, who saw him doing miracles. You know, even when he was crucified and came back and resurrected, them fools had to put their hand in the hole that was on Jesus' side for them to believe like you knew Jesus when he was here. You seen him walk on water. You seen him raise the dead. And your stupid tail still like, hey, yo, let me prove it's you.
Man, show me something.
Yeah, let me see that hole on your side.
Okay.
And it's like, Jesus, like, man, look, I'm Jesus. I told y'all I was Jesus. I hung, bled, and died. And came back and you still want to see more? Like, chill. Just let him do his thing. Because God is sitting high and looking low. We right in that thing. We can't see that overhead view like God has, like Jesus has. So we just got to sit back and let them work it out.
You know one thing, Jess, I'm going to say?
What?
I love that we can sit and be best friends and just women, period, and talk about God.
Yeah,
that says a lot. Yes, because sometimes you can go places and you get weird, like, oh, I'm scared to say I love the Lord in front of that person, because then they're like, oh my God, you know, oh my God, she bringing God in. You know, I love God, and I got a hat that says I pray. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think, and for the people who feel that way, that are kind of like shaky about God and don't welcome those conversations, they're still stuck in their relationship with God. And it's less about us, it's more about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And man, listen, I thank God I work for an organization that is a faith-based organization, and we pray before every single meeting. If I have 5 meetings a day, I'm praying 5 times in every meeting. And that really kind of centers us to say, yeah, we're here to help people. We're here to make money. We're here to do all of these things and perform our individual duties. But at the very head of all that, we're here to serve God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, because one thing about it is, I'm not afraid to tell somebody what God has done for me.
Oh, yeah.
I want everybody to know that He's real. So, me being the person that I am, I'm going to say, oh, you know what God did for me? Man, I'm going to tell you what God did for me. I don't think it should be a secret.
It should.
You know what I'm saying? It should not be a secret.
You know, because that's what helps people get through what they're going through. If you can sit here and tell me God has delivered you from whatever you were going through, that helps me be like, okay, well, if He did it for her, He could do it for me. Like, you have those examples, and sometimes when we read the Bible, I know me, I'm not a Bible quoter. Like, I may not be able to tell you book, chapter, and verse, you know, but I maybe can think of a parable or a story or something like that happened. But more than anything, you're hearing somebody. The Bible was written, you know, all these thousands of years ago. I can relate to what you going through yesterday, or what you went through yesterday. What happened to you today? That gives me
because it's in there. It's in there. Yes.
Yep. And that's what we need sometimes. So, you know, hey, praise the Lord, child.
Amen.
Amen. Well, I think we pretty much like covered it all.
We touched everything.
Yeah, we went all down through there, child. But we're glad that you guys joined us. If you've gotten this far in the video, we really appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us. We do have some social media handles we want to share with you guys. So for Instagram is Aggieland Mukbang.
That's right.
For YouTube, Aggieland Mukbang. Aggieland Mukbang. I don't know why I said it both times, but Aggieland Mukbang.
That's us all day long. And basically, thank y'all for joining. We got a lot of stuff that's gonna be coming. I don't know how often are we gonna.
Well, we'll try. Like I told y'all before, well, this is new for us, so we'll definitely try maybe every 2 weeks to come and bring you guys a video. You know, we both are, you know, working moms, so we don't know how frequently we can and how long we can do the videos, but we'll do our best to make time and offer some videos to y'all at least.
If y'all have any topics too that y'all want to discuss,
please leave that in the comments. Yes. Let us know, and we'll be happy to discuss, you know, whatever you guys say. All right, guys.
Bye.